You guys have questions and we have answers. You guys asked us a lot of personal relationship questions about ourselves, and so we're going to be answering them for you guys today. We love to do these Q&As for you.
Exactly.
We have a lot of OG fans that have been with us since we started our channel, but we also have a lot of new people who want to know about us, and I even think the ones that have been with us for over 3 years also want to know more. So we're excited. So we picked out a lot of questions that you guys have asked us, and we're going to try to get through as many as possible. We are open books.
Yeah.
We are honest.
Yep.
And we want you guys to know about us. It's really fun.
Cool.
So are we ready to do it? Let's go through as many as we can.
Let's do it.
Okay. First question is from Susie Sturm Van Workum.
Okay.
And I totally butchered it. I'm so sorry.
It was close though, I'm sure.
Okay, Susie, she says, love you guys. What kinds of things do you do separately? Or do you even have those times? Cheers from Spokane, Washington. Awesome. Shout out to you, Susie.
Yeah, definitely. That's a good question.
Yeah.
Actually, a really good question. Would you like to go first? Or
You
should
can
I?
go first. Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, as far as things that we do separately, I'm going to be honest. I feel like just this last, year or so since we've been doing our channel 100% of the time, there isn't many things that we do separately, I mean, we essentially work together, sleep together, we do everything kind of together, and I think prior to that, for the most part, we've always had a really close relationship anyways, where we did majority of the stuff differently, together. The only difference would be going to work or seeing family, friends, things like that. So for the most part, we spend majority of the time together. All the time.
Yeah, we do now. It's definitely, it is a switch. Yeah. It's not like we did have time apart before.
Yes.
Again, like you said, with work, or also sometimes we were having, just friend days or nights or whatever once in a while, but it wasn't that often, like girl time or guy time.
Yeah.
But yeah, for the past year, it definitely has not been that. I think just moving from Vegas, being more isolated, and then when we do hang out with our friends, it's usually couples nights, or hang out with family, we're going together. Next question comes from Heather Anderson.
What's up, Heather?
I simply adore you guys. I'm curious if you two ever argue. And I'm curious about kids. Is it in the works, or is it nothing you didn't want?
Okay.
No judgment. I just think you'd make awesome parents. Thank you so much, Heather.
Right
we
on.
appreciate you. Okay, I know a lot of you people are probably like, oh my God, you guys answer this all the time. We do, but we want to keep answering it because not everybody knows the answers.
Exactly.
So in terms of children, no, we do not have any plans to have children at this time.
Yeah.
We are open to it. We will see if we change our mind.
Yeah.
But at the moment, it's just not in the cards for us right now.
Exactly.
And we'll see if that changes, We never say
know.
never.
Yeah, you never know.
But right now we do not have a desire.
That's right. And as far as arguments and fights and stuff like that go, I think we're just like any other couple. Yeah, we have arguments, we have debates, whatever you want to call them and stuff. I feel like over the years, sometimes there'll be more than others depending on just the year, I guess. Yeah, frequency. Sure. I would say right now we're pretty low on arguments and fights. I would say it's pretty low for the most part.
Yeah.
I think what actually helps us to not argue as much is we stay away from doing things like yelling at each other. I don't think I've ever yelled at you ever, right? And you've never yelled at me before. We don't cuss, so we don't, disrespect each other. I know a lot of people do tend to have those type of issues and things like that. We refrain from doing that.
We don't name call.
Exactly, name call. We do our best, and we'd actually do it probably more. Well, we definitely do it more than not. We always apologize, especially before bed. We make sure to apologize and make up. It doesn't matter who was wrong, who was right. We always do that. So I think that helps us,
It's a great answer. Yeah, we never go to bed angry. That is very true.
Exactly.
And so yes, we do have our disagreements. So it depends what you call arguing. But yeah, we definitely disagree. We go back and forth on, on ideas or thoughts or whatever. And sometimes we get annoyed or frustrated, but we never take it to that next level. And then we usually, one of us ends up kind of apologizing and at least seeing where the other person's coming from. So I think we really do work out our disagreements pretty well.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
Exactly.
I'm very fortunate for that.
Exactly. So just to wrap it up, arguing, of course. We argue just like any other couple. But I think the most important thing, I'm going to kill this light, the most important thing is how you fight.
And we're respectful with each other when we do it.
Exactly.
Next question is from Tammy Escobar. Shout out to you, Tammy.
What's up, Tammy?
So she kind of has a multiple question situation.
Okay.
She says, do you do bathroom business in front of each other? Number 1, number 2, shaving, plucking, etc. And she asked, when do you argue? We just answered that. And then she asked about if one of you is in the mood for sexy time, but the other one is not, how do you handle it?
Got it.
Great questions, Tammy.
Really good questions, actually.
Can I do the bathroom stuff?
Go right ahead.
Yeah. So for the bathroom stuff, I would say we're a little, just slightly different on it.
Yes.
I think we're totally fine going number 1 with the bathroom open. I'm fine with going number 2 with the bathroom open, but he isn't. So usually if he's not like near me, I'll keep it open just because he's not near me. But if he's like near me, I'm gonna close it. Yeah. Which I totally understand.
Yes.
I get it. But if he kept it, but if he kept it open with number 2, I wouldn't care. But he doesn't. He likes a little privacy with number 2.
Exactly.
Totally fine.
100%.
You have to do with what works for you.
Yeah.
I'm totally fine to pluck or shave in front of him. I definitely do that. I have no issue with like grooming or whatever in front of him.
Yeah.
And I think you feel this.
I don't mind at all.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I don't care about any of that.
He doesn't groom much, but
exactly. Oh yeah, it's like, what do? Yeah. Line myself up, cut my hair, something like that, or something like that. But.
Yeah, but we'll do like put on deodorant in front of each other, whatever.
Yeah.
We don't care about that. But yeah, number 2, I would think we're a little different.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's fine. So anyways, I respect his boundaries with that.
Yeah.
And if he's not too close to me, I'll keep it open, but if he is too close, I'll close it.
Yeah, exactly.
So do you think it works out with
I think it works out.
Yeah.
We've managed it. I mean, we've been together long enough to kind of know what each other does, and we've figured it out for sure.
Yeah, I think so too.
It's okay.
Yeah. So for the next part of the question, Tammy asks, what do we do when one of us wants to have sexy time and the other one doesn't? Okay. I think this happens a lot because it's pretty common for one person to want it and another one not at times. For sure, there's times where we both do, which is awesome. But yeah, the times that we don't, I would say we try to get the other person. You can answer for yourself.
Yes.
But I think we try to get the other person in the mood.
Okay.
Like I will offer, I'll be like, hey, I wanna,
Yes.
Then usually it doesn't take. I don't think it takes much to entice you. Although sometimes you might not be in the mood.
For sure.
And then so anyways, we try to get the other in the mood, and then if that doesn't work, then I think we respect totally each other's boundaries. Yeah. We're totally fine with that. For whatever reason, the other person doesn't want to do it, and usually, we'll do the next day or whatever like that. So,
exactly. Yeah, I mean, I would definitely kind of agree with that for the most part. I think the only thing is we're pretty, for the most part, when one of us isn't in the mood, we're pretty good about. Like if you're like, oh, I'm not in the mood, there's occasional times where I'll try, but then majority of the time I'm like, no problem. We'll see what happens next time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You put a little effort to see like how serious I am about it, right?
Sure, yeah.
Because there's levels of not being in the mood.
Exactly, yes.
Sometimes it takes just a little bit.
That's right. Yeah. But for the most part, I think both of us are pretty respectful of the other person. And if someone's like, I don't want to do it, then we just say, okay, that's fine.
Yeah, we don't take it personally.
No.
But we've been together so long.
Exactly.
I would think like back in the day, maybe sometimes I might have taken it more personally. But like I'm not.
Sure, oh, maybe.
I'm not insecure about it. Like I know we have a very healthy life in that aspect, and I know he wants me. It's very cool, and I don't, I'm not upset if there's a night like he's not in the mood or whatever, for whatever reason. So.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
makes
and
sense.
also like just with our videos, like we eat a lot. It's common that we're like really bloated.
Yeah,
and I'm telling you, like it is just not conducive to like being sexy. So like those types of excuses, like we totally understand because we know what it's like. So,
true. Yes,
that happens.
That's very true.
Next question is from Jerry Reckenstein. Shout out to you, Jerry.
What up, Jerry?
Do you feel that there's always a point when intimacy falters? And is that normal as the years go on? Or is it the relationship that is the concern? Great question, Jerry.
Yeah. Oh, that's a deep question, too.
It is deep.
Would you like to go first?
Yeah, I'll answer it for me. Yeah,
cool.
for sure. Cool. Yeah, so I think it's normal. Like, again, we've been together so long, right?
Yeah.
So, like, I do think, like, when you're first in a relationship, it's totally normal to, like, do it every single day, like, multiple times a day. I feel bad for a family that's watching, so, yeah. But anyways, but it's totally normal. And then as, like, times go on, you move, whatever it is, you move in, you're with each other 24/7.
Yeah.
You might not have the desire to do it every day 24/7, right?
True.
So if you're thinking intimacy like that, I think it's normal for there to be ebbs and flows in the frequency of that.
For sure.
But I think there's so many other ways to be intimate, and that piece, I think, if your relationship is like healthy and good and you're in love, I think you're going to continue to show intimacy throughout your relationship in certain ways.
In some ways, what you mean, right?
Yeah, and I think that's really important for us, like touching each other, grabbing each other's hand or foot or rubbing or patting on the butt, whatever it is. Like I personally think those types of intimacy should still be there throughout the relationship. I think that's healthy and that's good. Exactly. So if you're not having those kinds of intimacies, the smaller, subtle nuances, and you're not touching each other, like showing affection, that could be a sign that the relationship, might not be at the best peak. That's my 2 cents about it.
For sure.
I don't know. How do you feel? Sense. Yeah. Well, how would you answer it?
Yeah. Let's see. How would I answer that? Yeah, I would say definitely, just like Kristen said, I think it ebb and flows, right? We've been together for quite a few years, so there's years for sure where we didn't have as much intimacy, and other times where there was way more. I found, at least the way I look at it, I find like it depends on how busy we are for the most part. A lot of times when we're, like when we started this new channel and stuff like that, I know at the beginning it was hard fitting it into our schedule. So it was really hard to be, like super intimate, and I'm talking about bedroom intimacy,
sexy time. Okay.
Exactly. Bedroom intimacy. That we found that a little bit harder as far as balance goes, especially when like you said earlier, when you eat and stuff like that, you're super full. You just want to sleep. So there's things like that. But as far as like, for us, I think as far as intimacy, touching and stuff like that while, hanging out and stuff like that, I think that's always been consistent for the most part for us.
So would you think that if you're not intimate in those ways, that in terms of like the touching or whatever, that could be an issue?
I think it's an issue if the intimacy was there, the touching and stuff was there early on, and then it dies off and it doesn't come back, because there's been times where for sure, for the most part, yes, if it dies down for a long time, doesn't come back, that's a bad situation.
It could be a sign.
I think so.
For sure. But I think when it comes to sexy time, we agree that those ebb and flow.
Yes, that ebb and flows, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that's a good segue because Kristen Wilson, shout out to you.
What up?
She wants to know, how often do we make whoopee?
Oh no, is that? Do you really got to answer that?
We don't have to answer anything we don't want to. Although I did brag that we were an open book,
Yes, we did. That's true. That's true. Often.
I'll let you answer it.
Yeah.
I guess you did answer it.
I mean, I guess,
frequently.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
10, 12 times a day? Is that the...
You wish.
Is that the going, number for most? No. I mean, often. I would say a healthy amount, maybe. I guess it really depends. Like, I don't want to get too crazy.
Yeah.
But I would say it depends on the week, depends on the day. But I think when, everything kind of flows, it's probably like 2 to 3 times a week, I would say.
I think that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In some form or another.
Yeah. Exactly. And we'll just leave it there.
That's good. But we have totally gone.
Yeah.
Before we've gone weeks without doing it.
Sure.
Especially when we first started our channel. Oh my gosh, our channel. It was like we were just so. I think we were just not used to the amount of work, and we were working the 2 jobs and doing the thing, and then feeling bloated. It was like all bad for a minute.
Yes.
But we got our groove back, so we're very happy about that. We figured it out.
There have been like we mentioned the other question, gaps of times where
you go
nothing, and then gaps of times where it's a lot. So,
totally.
Yeah, that's the way I put it.
Okay, yes. So right now it's in a good state. Shout out to you, Kristen. Yeah,
absolutely, good questions.
Allison Reeves Shepler, shout out to you.
What up, Allison?
Do you guys have date nights? We've been together 25 years and still do when not taking care of our parents or grandkids.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
I'd love to answer. Yes.
Yeah, go ahead. You can answer.
I personally think date nights are so important. We talk about this all the time because I do feel like since we've been working together, doing this channel full time, doing videos 7 days a week, we have not had as much time for date nights as we would want to. But I think that's so important. And we were actually just talking about getting back into a groove where we at least once a night go out on our own, because we
Yeah.
were going like 2-3 weeks without like
doing anything.
like fun.
Exactly.
Besides channel related. And so anyways, yes, we talked about like it's so important to us. So date nights, what those look like for
Yeah.
us usually is like dinner and a movie. Those I would say that's totally our go-to.
For sure.
And then if we want to add variety in there, it's escape rooms, bowling, mini golf.
Obviously, there's occasionally gambling as well too. We'll go out and have fun with that too. So that's pretty much it. But we definitely like to have date nights. We
And fun.
definitely like to have fun. It's really important for us. I think it's important to any relationship. You know, to staying healthy. You know, we of course you guys know we don't have kids, so you know, for us it's a little bit easier to like find times to actually go out and stuff like that and do that. So
Totally.
I don't know where I'm going with that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. But we want to have fun and get out
Yes.
and enjoy each other's company one-on-one.
Yeah.
Okay, babe. Last question.
Okay.
This is a very serious question.
Okay.
It's one I didn't want to answer because it's hard. It's sad for me to think about.
Oh, wow.
But I think it's a good question. So,
Okay.
Shout out to Carolyn Edwards. Thank you for
What up?
asking.
Yes.
She says, "What would you do if you lost one another, or like lost the other person? Would you continue on this path, or da da da? You know, dot, dot, dot."
Yeah. That's a tough question.
Okay, girl, I think about this a lot.
Yeah.
Just because, you know, it's like, gosh, you're so in love. Like, you know, and I have anxiety. I think about like, oh, what's the worst case scenarios? So I
Yes.
think about this kind of stuff a lot. So,
Yeah.
yes. So what would I do? Well, I would be devastated for a very, very, very long time. I definitely would take, when it comes to the videos, I know for sure I would be taking a break. I wouldn't like continue.
Yeah.
I would take a long break. Most likely for me, in terms of career, I would get back to therapy more full time.
Yeah.
I love doing that. I have I know what to do. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I would probably take some time off. I would do therapy. And then I would think for me, the videos, you know,
Yeah.
they'd be really triggering at first, and you're also like the tech guy of the videos.
Yeah,
like
that's
I just kind of show up, you know. So I don't know if I would continue the videos. It would take a lot for me to do it. I think there'd be a huge gap in time if I ever got back to it. That would just be me, because I wanted to start it with him.
Yeah.
That was the reason why I wanted to do this.
Yeah.
So anyways, I would take a big break, and I don't know if I would get back to the videos, but I would do therapy, you know, full time as a career moving forward.
Yeah. And for me, this is something, of course, I mean, not even just, I've thought about this before, not even just with the videos, but just with our relationship. Like, what would we do if the other person wasn't there? You know,
for
how
whatever
would we-
reason.
Exactly. And I think it's safe to say we would both be devastated, but how we would respond, you know, it's like, I don't think we would really truly know until, you know, it happens, you know? I mean, I know with this channel, we could thoroughly say that we would do something different, clearly, you know? I would do the same thing, kind of similar to what you're saying, is I would stop doing videos for sure right away. I would definitely want the break and need to clear my mind and things like that. And in actuality, you know, after some time and, you know, dealing with the emotions and stuff, I don't know if I'd want to come back specifically to the same channel, because I would come back to do something, but I'd probably want to do other things because, you know, we're doing this together, you know, and it's not the same if one of us isn't here. You know, that's how I feel, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
So, you know, I'd probably get back to my music.
Yeah.
Because, you know, that's something I love to do, and that would keep my mind flowing and stuff, you know?
That would be awesome.
But yeah, you know, I mean, obviously, you never guarantee tomorrow, you know, anything can happen. And, you know, I definitely can't imagine, you know, what it would be like, you know, without you, you know, that would be devastating. And I don't want to make you cry. I don't want to cry either.
That's
or anything
so
like that.
sad. Yeah, totally.
But life happens.
Yeah.
This is life, and you got to be prepared for anything, you know. And
Yeah.
But I think ultimately with this channel, sad to say, if it sounds like if either one of us went, that this channel would probably be done.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's probably Kristen and Jamil.
Kristen and
for
Jamil.
sure. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So-
I agree. Yeah.
Exactly. But we can't leave this on a bad note.
No, we can't. Yeah. We're
Can't leave this on a
here.
sad
We're
note.
together. We're grateful.
Exactly.
We love each other, and we're gonna keep Kristen and Jamil as long as we can.
Exactly.
And with the support of you guys, so we appreciate that. But that is a good question, you know.
Yeah, it's a great
But I think
question.
you were spot on about like you never know what you're gonna do until the
Yeah.
time arises, you
Yeah.
know. But at least we have ideas of what we kind of the
true.
path we would take, and I think that's good to know. But we're not gonna like bank on that, you know. We'll bank on the path we're on now. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what we will. That's what we'll do. Exactly. So.
So thank you everyone for all of your questions. I hope you enjoyed this Q&A. We appreciate each and every one of you. We're going to do more Q&As as
Yeah.
we go on. And so we definitely look forward to answering more questions in the future.
That's right. And stay tuned. We're going to show you guys our place. It's happening.
Yes, it is.
We promise.
We do promise. We are so sorry. We appreciate you being so patient. It's
Yeah.
because it's not completely done yet.
It's not.
We have been postponing a certain room. We might record about it. So anyways, that's kind of what's stopping us. But we will get to it. We love you guys.
We absolutely will.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, guys, we'll see you next time for another video. Thank you for
right.
watching.
See you next time.
Mwah.
Peace.
Peace out, chats.